Me, your man, Louie T. Welcome to Washington football overtime. Niners, Skins, 25-15 victory for the good guys. 4 in a row for Washington in the left-hand column. 6-7 on the season. 1 game under 500. Who would have thought when we were 2-7 we'd be sitting in this position in first place all by our lonesome after the Giants fell in convincing fashion to the Arizona Cardinals earlier in the day. Look, this is what elite defense looks like, okay? The defense absolutely carried the day. And if not for Montez Sweat roughing the passer, this isn't even a close game. So the defense was absolutely dominant. This is what we thought we were getting when the season started. This is what you do to an inferior quarterback. I told you Nick Mullins, super trash. And if you rattle his cage, he's going to do some things. Now, it wasn't just him. He had drop passes. And then there were some really good individual defensive performances by the players on the squad, mainly Chase Young. Montez Sweat was outstanding. So was Daron Payne forcing that fumble that Chase Young scooped up. Jonathan Allen was all over the football field. I thought the defensive line collectively had their best day of the season. And you could argue that's the best the defensive line is looked. We keep talking about the first round picks. We keep talking about how they're supposed to look because of all the first round picks and the draft capital that we've invested on that line. Well, they showed up and they showed out today. John Bostic had a very, very solid football game. He's been trending in the right direction as we get later into the season. I thought that the secondary stepped up, didn't give up anything egregious. I thought they were close, a lot tighter, not a lot of easy completions like we're used to seeing. They did get us on a couple of crossing routes and things over the middle of the football field, but that's to be expected when they ran the football the way that they did early. It was a slow start to the game defensively, but these guys are the reason that we're sitting here with the 4-game winning streak. That's what elite defense looks like. That's what elite defense looks like. The offense did nothing to contribute to this victory. Nothing. The defense did this. 2 touchdowns in this game, all by the defense. That's what elite defense does, okay? Just in case you didn't know what elite defense looks like, that when we start talking about this defense earlier in the season, some of you were trying to make excuses. No, I don't want to hear any excuses. That's what elite defense looks like. That's how you win in this league with an elite defense. Offense doesn't have it going. Defense, pick them up. They did it today. We're a scary team right now because of the way we're playing. We're playing with confidence. A lot of injuries in this game. And for you, Dwayne Haskins stands out there, I hope this was enough. I don't want to hear shit else from you this year about put Dwayne in the game. I don't want to hear the shit. I don't want to hear it. Now, I hope Alex is okay. Because if he's not, we don't stand a chance next week. Let me get to the comment section, though. I'm not going to talk your head off. We can do that tomorrow. Got a super chat here from my man Kevin the PRF. Thank you for the super chat, Kevin the PRF, who writes, okay, LT, let's put this mess to bed early. Talk about Dwayne Haskins for 2 minutes and go. I mean, really, there's not much for me to say. The play on the field speaks for itself. I was excited for the young fella when he got in there, and in the first drive, he takes us down the field. Wasn't able to cap off the drive. Thought he had an opportunity. But, you know, when pressure gets on Dwayne, he starts to panic, and all the mechanics go out of the window, and he throws a ball that easily could have been picked off to Terry in double coverage. And I'm like, we haven't learned from this? The last time we were in Arizona, y'all ran the same exact concept and you made the wrong decision. You ain't learned? Obviously not. That's okay. We got the field goal, and I said, that's big. If Dwayne can do this, dump it down in the flats. He actually threw a pass with a little bit of touch on one of the first dump downs, and he was hitting a little easy stuff. Hey, if I can get that out of him, we'll win this game comfortably. That's not what we got the remainder of the game, though. That's not what we got, okay? The most egregious throw of the game, and obviously, if you're a Dwayne fan, this is the one where you can't defend this. It's third down, deep in your own territory. Terry McLaurin, wide open over the middle of the field. I don't need a 510-mile-an-hour fastball, bruh. Just hit him. Terry would have walked for the first down. He throws a 510-mile-an-hour fastball, broke the radar gun. Right over Terry's head. Luckily, it didn't get picked off. Almost cost us the game right there. And that's why Dwayne can't play right there. Because when the defense is playing this good, all you got to do is just get the hell out of the way. Don't F it up. He tried his hardest to F it up. And for that, I say, hey, bruh, I need you to go back to the bench. Hey, oh, don't say nothing. I like you a lot, and I wanted it to work. I need you to go back and sit down. Thank you. CGM 87. Lou, first of all, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you, CGM 87, who writes, Lou, I know we won, but Norv's idiot son. Hey, chill with the name calling. He says, reminded me of the 9-7 Zorn Rams game. He said, Jim Zorn was replaced by the bingo caller, and I'd rather take him again now. He wasn't that bad. Stop. I agree with you. There are some times in the game where he's frustrating, like that trip into the red zone, in which the first one, not the one with Dwayne, the one with Alex, where we decided to empty the set and give the 49ers free range to come after Alex, and we know Alex can't run away and do anything. Run the football. Run the ball. What are we doing? Why you stop? We were having success. Run the ball. Sometimes, and I told you, when you get these offensive-minded guys that really want to throw it at heart, sometimes they lose sight of running the damn football. And when Gibson, the crazy part is when Gibson was in the lineup, this wasn't an issue. We ran it better than anybody else in the league in the red zone. And he had no problems giving it to 24, but all of a sudden, now that 24 is not in the lineup, he loses his damn mind when we get down there. Now all of a sudden, we got to spread it out, we got to empty the set, and we got to throw the football. Run the damn ball. JD's capable. Peyton's capable. Run the damn ball. I don't understand. He wasn't terrible today, though. I did not like the play action fake after the 49ers scored the touchdown, 2-point conversion. The drive before, we had run it down their throats, and then we bogged down. I wanted to run the football. He was trying to be aggressive. Logan Thomas has to make the block. Okay, for as bad as and I don't know if the play call was horrible. I just know it resulted in a sack, so we don't like it. Logan Thomas has to make the damn block. That's horse shit. That's trash. Thank you for the super chat. Got another one here from Keith Smith. Thank you for the super chat, Keith Smith. Greatly appreciate you. Keith Smith writes, Dwayne has been. I'm not here to call names. I just know the man can't he can't lead us where we want to go. Maybe he can help somebody else. He can't take us where we want to go. See, I got another super chat. Let's see where we are. Super chat here from Alec Meehan. Thank you from Alec Meehan. Really appreciate you. Alec Meehan writes, to all the Chase Young haters, I got one question for y'all. Are you not entertained? Also, to all the Dwayne stands, is this the second chance you begged for to see? Hey, look, you said it all. I don't need to add anything to that, Alec. I don't need to add anything to that. You said it eloquently. I'm going to leave it right there where it's at. Thank you for the super chat. Sonny Rawson writes, first of all, thank you for the super chat, Sonny Rawson. Greatly appreciate you. My man Sonny writes, hey, Lou, hard-fought victory by the defense. They earned it. Not a fan of the late second half play calling. That Kool-Aid is so sweet. Hashtag MOBB. Stand up. We in the building. Absolutely. That Kool-Aid is so sweet. So sweet. Yeah, sweet. And I told you I was gulping it. Got the red mustache. However, I need Alex Smith to come back or I'm putting the cup down. I can't speak for you, but if Alex is not back, I am putting the cup down. I wasn't a massive fan of some of the play calling in the game. Overall, I thought it was a solid performance by Scott Turner, but there were some things I did not like. But I'm not going to crucify him for 4 or 5 play calls that I don't like. You're going to get those throughout the course of a game. Jizzle, thank you for the super chat. Jizzle, greatly appreciate you. Jizzle writes, let's go. Thank you. Let's go. 4 in a row. Feels good. Feels good. Feels good. Got another one here from Keith Smith. Double up. Thank you for doubling up, Keith Smith, who writes, double up. Damn good culture. Playoff bound. We're not there yet, but it's looking good. The Eagles got a big win today. And remember, the Eagles are the team that scares me the most from a standpoint of they got the tie, but the thing I love is we play them. So I don't really, the Giants are the one that we don't control our own destiny against if they end up in a tied situation. So, the Eagles are the ones that they could come off the pace because of that damn tie. I'm not worried about anybody else. Just worry about us. I've said that the Cowboys won today. The Eagles won today. I'm not worried about any of those teams. Just worry about us. We swept the Cowboys. We own the tiebreaker. The Eagles, we played them again. We already beat them once. I'm not worried about nobody else but us. If we take care of business, we will win this division because we're the best team in this division. But the quarterback position should scare each and every single one of you out there because we have fought and scratched and clawed to get to this point of the season with 3 different quarterbacks. And now the one guy that's left that we trust look, he's sketchy at best from a health standpoint. It doesn't seem serious, but it was serious enough to knock him out of this game, and he was not playing well before the benching, or before he had to come out of the game. I shouldn't call it a benching. Before he had to come out of the game, he was not playing well, and maybe that was in part due to the injury. I don't know. I can't say that for certain. However, he wasn't playing well, but with that said, he gives us a much better shot. The offense was very disorganized. We were discombobulated. We had to delay a game. There was a play that didn't even look like a real play on a screen. Like, what the hell are you doing? We need Alex Smith in there, period. End of discussion. JP, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you, my man. JP writes, man, I almost ripped my hair out in the fourth quarter. A lot of people would, as soon as they scored the touchdown, went for 2 and got it, and we went 3 and out. Oh my God, you should have been in the MOBB. Everybody, we're gonna lose. Oh my God. I'm like, y'all chill. Do you really think their offense is capable of scoring again, getting a 2-point conversion again on this defense? The way they playing today, had no doubts the defense was gonna lock it down. As long as Dwayne, and I did not account for that. As long as Dwayne doesn't throw an interception, and he tried his hardest, his damnedest, as long as he doesn't turn it over, we'll be fine. And we were. Trust Way. Hey, game ball. Trust Way. Game ball. Chase Young. Hell, game ball for the whole defense. Cameron Curl. First NFL touchdown. Game ball. Trust Way. Game ball. Got another one here from Damn Twin Shorty Sublime. Thank you for the super chat. Damn Twin Shorty Sublime. Greatly appreciate you, who writes, first of all, hail. Another win, we'll take it, but as much as I want to pull for Haskins, he will never be the quarterback we need. Never. I'll repeat that. Never. And damn, did we miss Gibson? Yes. Yes, we did. This would have been an Antonio Gibson game for sure. And I anticipate that we won't have him next week either. You know, I'm preparing myself mentally that we won't have him next week. And we got a much bigger task in front of us, no matter who's playing quarterback, next week against an offense that's fully capable. Not this offense that we were able to get by on. It just feels good that we're going back home for 2 straight weeks now. After being out on the road for 3 weeks, we coming home, man. Damn, I know it ain't no fans, but whew, it feels good to be back at the crib. Hey, put the white on whites back too. Put them down. All right, we good? Put them down. I don't need to see them again for a little while. Let's put the burgundies back on and let's roll. DCJ, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. DCJ writes, what's good, Lou? You are appearing to be right. And Haskins shaking my head. We need one-man bandit Alex Smith. I had packed in on the season, but regardless, I'm going to ride with the football team. And, I mean, look, 4 straight wins will do that. Like I said, I expected us to win this game. I told you, if we just stayed out of our own way, the 49ers weren't good enough with all the injuries. Now, Deebo Samuel getting hurt, I did not account for that. Him getting hurt was massive because if he would have played, it might have been a different game because he changes their offense drastically. Drastically. You see the first play of the game, they tried to get him involved. So, we got some breaks. You know, we had some breaks with some of the injuries that they sustained and guys that weren't healthy coming into the game. And we needed every single one of them because the offense just didn't have it today. They didn't have it. And the defense had to do it by themselves, so we needed all the help we could get. Thank you for the super chat, DCJ. Got another one here from Tommy T. Thank you for the super chat, Tommy T. Greatly appreciate you. Tommy writes, 2 rookies scoring a TD. You get it any way you can, man. And Deron Payne forcing a fumble. How about Chase scooping it up, picking it up like a damn grapefruit, and just grabbing it and palming it and run it down the sideline? I mean, my goodness, he's such an athlete. Shades of Sean Taylor scooping up the fumble and scoring against the Eagles to seal the deal for us back in 2005. Anyway, Cameron Curl with the pick 6 and a great block by James Smith-Williams. All the rookies chiming in and helping out. It was a total team effort defensively. I thought Jeremy Reeves came in and filled in well. I thought everybody played well and gave us a shot. KPL with a beautiful sack, even though he got hurt later on in the game. I just thought it was a complete total team effort. KPL with a big stop on 3rd down, which forced them to be in a position that we got the holding penalty on, and that's why it's important to tackle. KPL with a big play before the 2-minute warning, the forced 3rd and short, get the holding penalty. Now they're in 4th and long. So it was big all around from this defense, and the rookies stepped up massively. Trevor Patch got another super chat. Thank you for the super chat. Trevor Patch, I always do that. Thank you for the super chat, Trevor Patch, who writes, nice new intro video. If Alex can't go, then Dwayne needs to get off the pot or give Josh Johnson a call to come in and be QB number 2. Tired of his trash play. Look, we don't need anybody from the outside coming in at this point. Because you're not going to win with guys coming from the outside into this organization. We got to get it done with the guys in that building. And that it is imperative that Dwayne, if he has to play, plays better than he did today. And I'm putting the onus on Scott Turner. You have to die. If we got to go, Ravens, 110 screens in order to not get, just to get out of the goddamn way of the defense, then so be it. But we cannot put this defense at risk by turning it over and 3 and out constantly. We look like the offense that we looked like at the beginning of the season when everybody was, we played against all these good teams and that's why Dwayne struggled and he didn't get any of the easy games. Well, I'm not saying the 49ers defense is trash because they're not, but they're not the 49ers defense of last year. They're not the Ravens defense we faced earlier this season. They're not the Rams defense we faced earlier this season. Like, there was no excuse for the way he played in this game. After the first possession, I thought he came in early and I was excited. Like maybe he did learn something. He went over to the sideline and grabbed the tablet. Maybe this is a changed Dwayne. Nope. Got another super chat here from Fat American. Thank you for the super chat, Fat American writes. Off subject, but was I the only one that thought Kyle Shanahan looking all sad on the sidelines? LOL, maybe I'm looking too much into it. No, he wanted to win the game. It had nothing to do with us. He understands that for all that he's been through with his team, they were one win away against us from getting back to 500 and having a shot. From getting back to 6-7, one game within 500 and having a shot at making the postseason. Like it's still right there. And losing this game, you're dead at this point. You're dead. And he understood that. And he probably was saying, if I just had one guy at quarterback, I would have won this game. Because his quarterback really cost him in this game. JH from Greensboro, North Carolina. Thank you for the super chat, JH, who writes, Cameron Curl is awesome. And that dude, yes, he is. And I was so wrong about Cameron Curl. I chastised Kyle Smith and company for selecting him in the 7th round. I thought there were so many other guys that they could have picked, and they got it right. And this is why they get paid the big bucks to make those types of decisions. They watch the film, and they know exactly what fits in their defensive scheme because this kid has been a revelation this year. And I think Ron said it best. Had it not been for COVID-19, he's probably not a 7th round pick. If he would have gotten to work out for teams pre-draft like normal, where he gets, teams get those visits, he probably comes off the board in the 4th or the 5th round, not a 7th round pick. Either way, it's our gain, everyone else's loss, and I'm loving this guy. He has been outstanding for us this season. CGM87, double up, thank you for doubling up. CGM87, greatly appreciate you. CGM87 writes, love you, Lou, but Scott showed zero trust in Dwayne. 15 dropped the pass. That's a great point, CGM87. That was a big drop. That was not a great ball from Dwayne, but it was catchable, and you need to help Dwayne out. He needs all the confidence in the world. That's a terrible drop by Steven Sims. Steven Sims is killing me this year because I'm a Steven Sims stans. I want to see this guy because I know the talent is there, be a part of this team and be a huge contributor. But when we give you opportunities and that's what you do with it, every week he gets a drop. I can't help you. Just like I told Dustin Hopkins, you got to make kicks, bro. I cannot help you if you keep missing. Same thing with Steven Sims. At least Dustin Hopkins is making some kicks. Steven Sims is dropping just about every damn game. He's dropping a pass, and then when he does catch it, it's short of the sticks, and he doesn't get the first down. These are huge drops. He said, for a big first down, and Turner's play calling was horrific. Dwayne, not good enough, though. I understand some of you don't love his play calling. He was really shackled in this game. Alex wasn't performing well. Dwayne wasn't playing well. It's hard to call plays when and the defense knows this, and so they're loading up to stop the run. It's tough. I just didn't like his play calling in the red zone in both trips. Again, with Dwayne in there and with Alex in there. That's my biggest gripe with Scott Turner. I did not like the play calling when we got inside the 49ers 10-yard line in this game. Joseph's book reviews. Thank you for the super chat, Joseph. Greatly appreciate you. Who writes, another Sims drop and another Sprinkle blunder. Sprinkle, at this point, I don't even get mad at Sprinkle anymore. He's on borrowed time. As far as Sims is concerned, he's in his head. He's in his own head right now. It's all mental with him. We know he's talented. We know he's capable. It's all mental with Steven Sims. Jay Hunter Lee, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Jay Hunter Lee writes, Steven Sims is not taking advantage of his opportunities when he's throwing the ball either. Big fall from last year. Absolutely. It's a massive fall from grace for him. And, you know, all the expectations going into the season were so massive for him. I know I can't speak for you guys, from me in particular. And to see the way that he's playing, and the injury didn't help him, you know, but there's no excuse for what he's doing right now. It's all in his head. It's all mental. It's all mental. Jizzle, double up, Jizzle, thank you for the super chat and doubling up. Jizzle writes, Steven Sims, though. Yeah, man. I mean, it hurts me because I was talking to somebody on YouTube, and he was like, oh, no, on Twitter. He was like, yo, should we cut Steven Sims? I'm like, cut him for what? Like, we don't have to do anything with him right now. Now, after the season, you don't cut him then either. You let him come to camp and see if he can't get back to what he once was. But, you know, he's just struggling right now. He's struggling. But I don't think you go away from him. You keep giving him opportunities because he can change the game. I think you keep going to him. But it's just rough because he's not delivering. Like Jay Hunter Lee said, he's not taking advantage of his opportunities. It gets harder and harder to keep calling your number if you're not going to come through when we give you opportunities on some critical situations. In some critical situations. Rob Yu, thank you for the super chat. Rob Yu, greatly appreciate you. Rob writes, McKissick gives good effort, but man, do we need Antonio Gibson back. McKissick was outstanding in this game. I don't have a problem with J.D. McKissick. You know, he gave us everything he had. I wanted him to get that first down. He just was short. Yeah, we need Antonio Gibson. He's a big part of this football team. There's no doubt about that, but I thought McKissick was outstanding today. And I thought Peyton Barber actually played well, too. I didn't have any problems with Peyton Barber either, so... You know, there's that as well. Got a super chat here from Extra Squad. Thank you for the super chat, Extra Squad. Greatly appreciate you. Extra Squad writes, I don't want to see Haskins anywhere near the field again. Steven Montez season. I don't think I want to see Steven Montez anywhere near the season, but I mean field. But in your mind, you're saying, can it be any worse than what we just saw? Yeah, it could. Definitely could. He's a rookie. And he could turn it over easily. And he did in college. I don't trust Steven Montez. It's just rough because you're in a tough spot right now. Especially if Alex can't go next week, you're going to have to bring up Steven Montez. Rob Yu, thank you for doubling up. Double up. Thank you for doubling up, Rob Yu. Greatly appreciate you. Rob Yu writes, hypothetical question, Lou. If Alex is out for 2 weeks, where do you see us at the end of the season? It's tough. You know, you put yourself in a really tough position. You don't beat Seattle if Alex doesn't play, I don't think, next week. It's going to be tough even if he does play. But I can tell you this, if you get to the end of the season against if you get to week 16 against Carolina and Alex can't go, you got a chance to do exactly what you did today against Carolina's offense because their offense isn't great. They've got more playmakers and they're a little bit more dynamic, and Christian McCaffrey more likely than not will be back by then, but still, you have a chance defensively to go out and win a game off the strength of your defense. I don't think you're going to be able to do that next week against Seattle, but the Giants did it, right? The Giants did it with Colt McCoy. Why can't we do it with Dwayne Haskins if we need to, right? That's the thought process. We'll see. CGM87, thank you for tripling up. Greatly appreciate you, CGM87, who writes, Louie, what's your GM plans for quarterback 2021 and beyond? You got to draft a guy. I've already told you, if Alex Smith is okay, if Kyle Allen is a guy you can bring back, I say you bring back those two guys, you draft a young quarterback, and you let that quarterback learn behind those two guys that know this offense. And then 2021, you turn that young guy loose. You know, and that's the way I see it. That's what I would do at least. NM, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. NM writes, do you think Alex will be back next week? I have no idea. I don't know the extent of his injury. It's hard to say. We'll see. Time will tell. We can't know the extent of what's going on with Alex Smith's calf muscle. It was enough to keep him out of this game, which scares you, and it should. And it was the same leg that was surgically repaired. So if it was the other leg, I'd feel a lot more confident. It's the leg that was surgically repaired. That scares me to death. So it's hard to say right now. Nobody can really say for sure. You know, Ron won't have any answers after the game. Alex probably won't talk to the media after the game. We'll probably get Dwayne after the game. And so you probably won't know until next week sometime, and we'll see how Alex is able to practice. If he can't practice on Wednesday, if he can't practice on Thursday, look for Dwayne Haskins to be getting those reps and to be starting. Got another one here from Fat American. Double up. Thank you for doubling up, Fat American. Greatly appreciate you, Fat American Rights. Also, I haven't been this excited for the direction of our team that it's heading in since Joe Gibbs 2.0. Not even after the 2012 season. Our D hasn't been this good since Greg Williams. That's a reason for optimism because, again, good defense can take you a long way. And I told you the way that I wanted to build this thing is build the infrastructure of the roster and then drop the quarterback in. And we're in the infant stages of doing that. The defense looks legit. Feel like we're building some ancillary pieces on the offense. Offensive line looks good. And I think we found a tight end. We need to add to that. I think we found a couple of receivers, maybe 2 or 3. We don't know what AGG is. He'll be back next week, so we'll get a look at him next week. Hopefully he'll be able to contribute. But, I heard Ron Rivera speak, and he said he wants to add a veteran receiver this offseason. So you like what you're doing, but we still need that quarterback. Still need that quarterback to drop in the middle of this thing. But you're right. There's a reason to be excited because we won a game today where the offense, we won in spite of the offense. That's what elite defenses do. Offense come and goes. Defense is something that if it's consistent, it'll give you a chance to win every single week. And that's what we're trending towards. Thank you for the super chat, Fat American. Mikey99, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you, Mikey99. Brendan McCloskey, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Brendan writes, Chase Young was a beast today. Hashtag homegrown product. Yes, he was. And I just got to throw this out here. Chase at the end, not happy. They were going after his boy, Dwayne. He said, hey, 51, yo, bitch ass. Hey, I said, hey, Chase, chill, bro. He had his helmet. When the little skirmish broke out, he had his helmet. He was ready to go on the field. I said, hey, Chase, chill, bro. Chill. Easy, bro. Easy. I love it, though. Love it. DMV Pride 10. Thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you, DMV Pride 10, who writes, Chase Young is clearly the heart and soul of this defense. The future of this defense is amazing. That it is. And I'm going to tell you right now, Chase Young, and it's not just Chase Young. The beauty of it is it's Chase Young. It's Montez Sweat. It's Jonathan Allen. It's Deron Payne. It's Cameron Curl. It's Cole Holcomb. It's Kendall Fuller. There are a lot of guys that are going to continue to help this defense build. And you got to be excited about that. You have to be excited for the direction of this defense and so many parts that are there already that aren't going anywhere for the foreseeable future. Tim Settle, you hope to bring him back as well. So there are a lot of things that should make you excited if you're a Washington fan and looking at this defense. Got another super chat from DCJ. Double up. Thank you for doubling up, DCJ. Greatly appreciate you. DCJ writes, been away for a minute, but Lou, I'm truly concerned Alex may be done. He got banged up a lot in Pittsburgh, and today was way more rest and safety precautions for him. I don't know, again, the extent of his injury, but I can tell you this much. He did not look good early in this game, and it just got progressively worse. And his best throw might have been the throw to Robert, the guy from the Green Bay Packers that we got off the practice squad from Alabama, Robert Foster. His best throw today might have been to Robert Foster, and he just stopped running twice. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. You should be concerned about Alex. I'm concerned about Alex. We all should be concerned about Alex. Got another super chat here from John Livingston, my man JL Smooth. Thank you for the super chat, who writes, what up, Lou? Congrats on the big win. This was my first real extended exposure to Chase Young, and damn, that man is impressive. Reminds me of Mario Williams. Now let's go Buffalo. Hashtag Bills Mafia stand up. Y'all got a big one tonight on Sunday Night Football. Can't wait to watch that game, and maybe you can do what we did, slay the Pittsburgh Steelers. We had to go on the road and do it, but you'll be at home. Let's see if you guys can get it done. Got another one here from Robert Parrish. Greatly appreciate you, Robert Parrish, who writes, the white unis worked again. Terry got his 1,000 yards today. MOBB was wilding out. Yes, they were. Big time. They were wilding out in more ways than one. If you were in there, you know exactly what I'm referring to. But Terry got his G, so that's a good thing. And the white on whites, man, I want to put them down for a little while, cool them off. You can't do the white on whites all the time or they lose their luster. Put those down for a little bit. We going home. Let's put the burgundy tops back on. And then we'll pick back up where we left off if we need them down at the end of the season against Philly, if that's for the division. We'll put them back on then. Thank you for the super chat, Robert Parrish. Got another one here from J Mart. Thank you for the super chat, J Mart. Greatly appreciate you. J Mart writes, great win by the D. The Eagles could be a problem. They could be. We'll see. Jalen Hurts was okay. He wasn't great. Let's not over exaggerate. The Saints, they did exactly what my man Silver V said they were going to do. He predicted that this was a trap game for the Saints, that they were going to walk in there, sleepwalk, and think that the Eagles were going to lay down for them. And that's exactly what they did. They were atrocious in the first half. They missed a field goal. The offense was non-existent. They turned it over. And Jalen Hurts, he did the thing that Wentz refuses to do. He used his legs. And it really hurt that Saints defense. And the Eagles could be a problem. But if we continue to win, I'm not worried about them. We're 2 games up on those boys. They got a tough schedule still. All right? So I'm not worried about Philadelphia. They got through the meat of that schedule, the tough portion of their schedule. But I'm not worried about those boys. I'm not worried about them at all. Vincent Cole, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. My man Vincent Cole writes, y'all hit that like button for my guy. I appreciate you, Vincent Cole. As always, good looking out. Got another one here from R. Smith. Thank you for the super chat. R. Smith writes, Debo was supposed to do it for Debo. Rip. Hey, I can tell you this much. I was scared shitless of Debo Samuel in this game. I always say never, ever trust a man with 2 first names. So, you got to take it with a grain of salt. But that guy is a difference maker. I've long said that. And his absence in this game after the first snap was massive for this defense. It really, really was. Got another super chat here from Jose Martin. Thank you for the super chat, Jose Martin. Greatly appreciate you. Jose writes, what's up, Lou? Great team win. Oh, my God, but we need another receiver. Steven Sims is not it. I understand that. I understand the frustration with Steven Sims. You're not alone. All right. If this were Michael Jackson, we'd be singing, you are not alone. But guess what? We're not going to do that. Steven Sims is a guy that we know is fully capable. Fully capable. And that's why, just like Dustin Hopkins, I refuse to get off the bandwagon. I refuse to get off. Until somebody else shows me that they can give us what Steven Sims can give us, I refuse to get off of the Steven Sims bandwagon. He's in a bit of a funk. And I'm going to trust that my man, Steven Sims, is going to snap out of it. And he's going to play a role down the stretch in helping us secure this division. I'm going to bank on that right now. He's struggling. A lot of you want out, just like a lot of you wanted out with Dustin Hopkins early in the season. And you still may, because he missed today. And a lot of you wanted out on Ron Rivera early in the season. And you still may. But I'm telling you, I'm not giving up on Steven Sims. And he's going to make a play down the stretch that's going to help us win this division. Watch what I tell you. Got another super chat. This one is from DCJ. Thank you for tripling it up. DCJ, greatly appreciate you. DCJ writes, Haskins is done in DC. I don't like to admit it, but he cannot ball. Haven't seen enough playoffs or not. He is just not committed enough to win. Stuck on Ohio State and overwhelming talent in college just to flex. Look, at the end of the day, when you struggle the way that he has in this league and with the opportunities that he's been given, it's hard to endorse him. Nobody wanted to see. We spent a first round pick on this kid. Nobody wants to see him fail. Okay? But you know when you know. You know when you see it. You know when you see a guy that can't do it. You know when you do see a guy that can. And you got to, I don't care how big of a Dwayne Stan you are, you got to admit what it is. Got another one here from Carlton Pagano Jackson, my man CPJ. Thank you for the super chat, who writes, man, Lou, I was traveling from Portland back to Seattle in a hurry to catch the end of the game. Good win. Shout out to the Mob Squad. MOBB, stand up. We in the build. I'm glad you got back just in time to see the boys bring it home, because the defense is exactly what got us this dub. And it was only fitting that the defense got to bring it home, and that they did. And so, I can't begin to explain to you how proud I am of this defense. They took some lumps and some bumps earlier in the season. A lot of people questioned them. Oh, is Chase Young worth the pick? And, what is Jack Del Rio doing? And John Bostic is terrible. And, the secondary is questionable. We got no safeties, and Landon Collins wasn't good early on. And there were so many problems. We're not getting any pressure on the quarterback. Oh, my God, we can't stop the run. So many different things that this defense went through this season. to get to where they are right now. And at the most critical juncture of the season, the defense is playing its best football of the year. You can't make this stuff up. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. And I'm glad you were able to get to where you needed to get to safely, by the way, CPJ. Glad to see that as well. Mikey99, double up, Thank you for doubling up, Mikey99. Greatly appreciate you. Mikey99 writes, what's up, Lou? My B on dropping that picture on the mob last week. Hey, it's all good. But we got to keep it clean. We got some underage guys in there. So we got to keep it clean. It's a community that we've brought together to have fun and chop it up amongst each other. But we got to keep it clean, man. Buddy who said that was his wife was about to catch these hands. Exactly. See, we don't need that. Exactly. So it's all good. We had another issue today. I had to just get him out of there. There was no talking on that one. Just get him out of there. Appreciate you though, and I appreciate you manning up and apologizing. Takes a real man to do that. King of the North, really appreciate you. Thank you for super chatting. My man King of the North writes, JDR, take a bow. Well done, sir. Well done. Finally, we see the investments in this defensive line paying dividends. All the talk under Minuski, shaking my head. Absolutely. I told you we were getting a professional defensive coordinator in here, and he was going to take the talent that he was given. And we didn't know that there was some extra talent that he was going to be given in Cameron Curl and, DeShazer Everett. Hopefully he's okay. And, and other guys are going to step up. But we saw what a real defensive coordinator can do for your defense. We've seen it already. Some of the blitzes I didn't love. One blitz, we were blitzing from Pluto. You had two corners coming from 20 yards out. I'm like, really, bruh? On 1st and 20, you're going to come with a Pluto blitz? Two corners from like 20 yards of depth? They're never going to get there. And he completed an 18-yard pass. Like, seriously? That's what we're doing? Anyway, Jack Del Rio was outstanding today. I agree. And has been all season long, really, for that matter. JP, my man John Perez, thank you for the super chat. Double up. Thank you for doubling up, JP. And shout out to you and your grandpa. I know you dedicated this one to your grandpa. And you got it done for, the boys got it done for Grandpa Charles, man. So big ups to you. JP says, Chase Young was everywhere tonight. Without him, we don't escape with the dub. And he shut the haters up with his performance as well. We knew this was coming. So if you know, then you know. If you've watched enough football to know when you see elite talent and you've watched him this year and you've seen the havoc that he's created, then you know this is what this guy is capable of. So it's not a surprise to people like myself and a lot of you out there to say, are you serious? Have you not watched Chase Young get double and triple team? Have you not seen him make plays like against the Steelers last week? Have you not watched Chase Young? For those people, it's not a surprise. For the people that kept saying, oh, I don't see it with Chase Young. I don't know if he's worth it. He might be a butt. Then this was an eye-opening experience for them. And you're right. We don't get away with the dub without him. But again, you could say that about just about everybody on the defense. You could say that about Daron Payne. You could say that about Montez Sweat. You could say that about Jonathan Allen. You could say that about John Bostic. You could say that about, Cole Holcomb and KPL and Jeremy Reeves. Like, go down the list. Cameron Curl. Everybody stepped up on that side of the football. It was a good collective effort. John Livingston, double up, thank you for doubling up, JL Smooth, greatly appreciate you, writes, damn Lou, over at 1K in here, let's go, and I'm not even a watch the football team fan, congrats, man. Hey, when you win and you get hot, people want to jump on the bandwagon. I told you we got plenty of space. Come on in, don't shut the door, leave it open, because more people want to come in, and I'm fine with that. Because a lot of these are fans that have been here, that have been through the struggle, but they were sick and tired of losing. And now, hey, I told you, I will welcome you back with open arms when you decide to come back in. So, come on in. Got another super chat. This one is from Nick W. Caps. Thank you for the super chat, Nick W. Caps. In all caps, he writes, win. Retire your black attire. Shout out Fayetteville, North Carolina. Hey, look, man. My girl said, why are you not wearing all white? I said, I don't need to wear white. As long as it ain't black, I don't care. It can be burgundy. It can be gold. It can be white. As long as it ain't black, I'm loving it. Okay? Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I'm loving it. So keep the streak going, fellas. The black attire has gotten washed. It's clean, but it ain't ready to go. Let that shit sit in the closet, right where it belongs. I'm with you, Nick. I want to retire it. Mikey99, thank you for doubling up. Double up. Thank you for doubling up, Mikey99. Greatly appreciate you. Who writes, Alex in the defense is the reason why we have hope. Like today, any of the quarterbacks besides Alex had a hard time getting past the 50-yard line. Anyway, again, Alex had his struggles today. He wasn't good before he got hurt and was out of the game. The bottom line is, Alex gives us the best chance to win. Alex can get us in and out of the huddle. Alex can get us into the right play. Alex can that pass underneath to Terry. Alex hits that in his sleep. We convert the first down and we run some more clock and force San Francisco to burn their timeouts. Dwayne throws a 510-mile-an-hour fastball, as I mentioned, broke the radar gun, and almost threw an interception that would have been back-breaking at that time of the ball game. Can't have it. He was over there praying. Did you see him? Over there praying, please don't let me F this up for the squad. He was praying. His prayers were answered. I just need you to play better. Don't involve JC in this. Just play better. Shout out to my man JC, by the way. Got another super chat. This one is from my man Derek B. Thank you for the super chat, Derek B. Greatly appreciate you. Derek B writes, back from Jamaica and Christmas came early. The football team, he said, what the F is Ron doing with the delay and not running plays to kill the clock? Elite D is nice. How about them dubs? I was saying the same thing. All he had to do was run 2 plays. The 7 or 8 seconds that would have gotten killed by running wide, you know, or running a regular a running play from the gun. I guess he didn't want a chance fumbling or whatever, but he ran. All he had to do was run one play, but 2 plays, because Dwayne actually took some knees where he took some time off the clock, which is kind of sort of like a pseudo running a play. But if that's the case, if you want to run some plays, let Dwayne take a shotgun snap, let him backpedal, and then fall down. Like, if you're going to take delay of games and if all of that stuff is going to transpire, we shouldn't have had to punt that football. That was poor clock management at the end of the game by Ron. We should never have been in a position where we had to send our special teams unit back out there on the field. Never should have been in that position. That game should have been over with the offense. Worst case scenario, you get to 4th down and you snap the ball to your quarterback and tell him to throw it in the air, or you snap the ball to your punter and you tell him to run around in the background, and then you fall down. There's no way that we should have been punting that football away. It's poor clock management at the end of the game by Ron Rivera, but we got it done. DMV fan 123, thank you for the super chat. And by the way, Derek B, welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Hopefully, the boys have surprised you and you see this gift that you've gotten early, as you mentioned, for Christmas. DMV fan 123 writes, team can never make anything easy. Well, I au contraire, my friend. I disagree with that vehemently. I told you, before the win last week versus Pittsburgh, all of our wins had been double-digit contests where we hadn't sweated all season long. The win against the Eagles in week 1, won that comfortably going away at the end. The win against the Bengals, 20-9, won that comfortably going away at the end. The win against Dallas, big-time blowout, won that thing comfortably at the end. It was a sweat fest early and even early stages of the 4th quarter, but we scored 21 and answered and bust that thing wide open. So we weren't sweating at the end of that game. Then you see the Steelers win and this win. These are the ones that, and you need that. You need to see this team respond in these crucial situations. I wanted to see that. As much as I like winning convincingly, I also want to know when the game's on the line with a little bit of pressure, some game pressure and a little fire on your ass, how you going to respond? And for 2 straight weeks, the defense in situations, if we call you elite, if you want to be that team and you want to be that unit, with the game on the line, you got to lead, you need to protect it. The last 2 weeks, the defense went out and sealed the deal. That's how you do it. Got another super chat here from Alec Meehan. Thank you for doubling up. Double up. Thank you for doubling up, Alec Meehan. Greatly appreciate you. Alec writes, is it just me, or do you look at your phone every day seeing if we extended Ronald Darby? Dude is balling. I don't look at my phone because I don't expect those things to get done during the season. that's a all after the season is over type of negotiation. Because what if Ronald Darby, I'm not going to speak that into existence, but what if something happens down the stretch of the season and you've already locked him up for 3 or 4 years? You don't do that. You just wait till the season's over, and if everything goes the way that it's supposed to go, then you start talking about re-ing up with guys like Darby and J.D. McKissick and Logan Thomas and all those guys that signed those 1-year deals, those prove-it deals. That's when you start talking with those guys to bring them back after the season is over. But you're right. Dude is balling. I love it. Zacchaeus Maggette III. Thank you for the super chat, Zacchaeus Maggette III, who writes, it'll be nice to have Gibson back for Carolina, but if not, hopefully for the playoffs if we make it. I agree. I think he'll be back by at the earliest. I told you is Carolina. I don't anticipate him being able to. I honestly don't think he'll be back for Carolina either. That's just personally me, but we'll see. I told you everybody heals differently. I can't say what his toe is going to do, how it's going to respond to treatment, but I don't anticipate him being back for Seattle. And I think the first sight of him potentially seeing the light of day will be the week of practice against Carolina. I am banking on week 17 versus Philadelphia. That's the target date for him to potentially return from that toe injury. Got another one here from NM. Double up. Thank you for doubling up, NM. Greatly appreciate you. NM writes, something didn't feel right about this win, but I can't put my finger on it. Well, if this win didn't feel right, or if something felt wrong, I don't want this win to feel right then. Keep giving these to me. I want these. If this win didn't feel right, well, let me keep feeling wrong. Because the defense was dominant. Yeah, the offense was atrocious. The defense was dominant. You'll win more games with your offense playing this way than you'll win with the offense playing like they did against Detroit and the defense playing the way they did against Detroit. You'll win more games with the defense playing the way that they played today and the offense playing the way that they did today than you will the way the offense played against Detroit and the way the defense played against Detroit. Greatly appreciate you. DCJ writes, maybe emotional reaction. And supposedly Haskins was praying on the sideline, but kid got to start showing us all something. Not all this talk. Make your actions match your words. Time to ball. No excuses. O-line has been legit enough. Remember when that was the narrative? Oh, Dwayne's struggling because this offensive line is terrible. And I told you guys, this offensive line has not been as bad as you think. And I told you guys that early in the season. It's amazing that you get Dwayne out of there. The offensive line looks tremendously better. He comes back in. And again, I can't defend Logan Thomas. You gotta protect him there. That's terrible. That's garbage by Logan Thomas. But he comes in, he takes a sack, he almost gets sacked again, he almost throws 2 interceptions. Like it's not a coincidence that we come in and all of a sudden third downs become a chore again. We're not converting. The defense is being pushed back onto the field immediately. It looked just like at the beginning of the season, when people were clamoring for this guy to continue to play. For what? For what? It looked when we were the worst in the league on third downs, it looked exactly the way it did today. Again, Steven Sims didn't help that man. Didn't help him. Catch the ball. And Dwayne was praying. I already made mention of that. He was praying on the sidelines. I don't know if you saw it or not, but he was praying. Got another one here from JDSG. Once again, thank you for the super chats, DCJ. This one is from JDSG. JDSG writes, next week, Scott's working 200 hours to win with Haskins. Let's hope Alex is back. Let's start there. Let's hope Alex is back. But if not, he's going to have to work overtime with Alex because you're not going to have a shot against Seattle. And their defense stinks. We can move the ball on them. That's the part that stinks. If we had a healthy Gibson, and I'm not playing with the if game. I'm not going to talk about what if, because if the 49ers had George Kittle and Jimmy Garoppolo, we're not talking about the same game we just had. So I'm not going to do the if game. Metaphor, thank you for the super chat. Metaphor, greatly appreciate you. Metaphor writes, Chase and company are beasts. Control your own destiny now. Or as a wise man once told me, you can't control fate or destiny. Those are already preordained. So just control the outcome. You can control the outcome of the season. Hoping for a quick Alex recovery Here's cash towards some new white attire. I need it. I need it. If these boys going to keep doing this, some of this stuff is going to get old. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm going to be honest with y'all because I love y'all and we family. Some of this gear is musty. Could use a wash. I'm not washing a damn thing. We keep winning. I'm not washing a damn thing. I'm just going to be up here sweaty, musty, funky doing these videos with y'all. And I don't give a damn. I need some new gear, though. I do. I'm going to get some. The Blocker, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. The Blocker, who writes, the linebackers looked pitiful too often today. We need a guy on that level who's a game changer to take the next step defensively. I didn't have a problem with the linebackers. I thought they were struggling early in this game when the 49ers were having success running the football. I thought they struggled on that one possession when they scored the touchdown. Or the two drives where they scored touchdowns, the one early in the game and the one late in the game, those are the only drives I thought the defense really struggled from a linebacker position and filling gaps. Other than that, I thought the linebackers were pretty damn solid today. But again, the film will tell the story, so we'll have a chance to take a look at that. Got another one here from Hunter Hodovic. Thank you for the super chat, Hunter Hodovic. Greatly appreciate you. My man HH writes, let's go Washington football team. Yo, that Kevin Pierre sack, Kevin Pierre Lewis sack, God damn. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So happy for 4 in a row. Hope Alex is okay. That KPL sack was vicious. Flavor delicious. I wanted some more. It reminded me of Cole Holcomb dump trucking and steamrolling Ezekiel Elliott on his way to the quarterback against the Cowboys the first time around. It was just a thing of beauty. And Kyle Juszczyk ain't no chump. So to run him slam over like that and get to the quarterback, that's big boy stuff. Big boy stuff by KPL. Got another super chat here from John Shaw. Thank you for the super chat, John Shaw. Greatly appreciate you. John writes, someone gives Sweat, Young, and Payne an NBA contract with them pass deflections. I'm going to tell you what, I used to cry about that. Oh, we don't get enough pass deflections. We don't get our hands up. I don't know what's gotten into these guys of late, but Sweat and Payne and Young. Oh, Young had a big one too on third down. They were going to complete that to the running back, and it might have tempted Shanahan to go for it. He might have ended up getting the first down. I know Cole Holcomb was right there to make the tackle, but who's to say he doesn't fall forward anyway? Chase is knocked down, brought up a fourth down, forced them to punt. They complete that pass. They're 4th and 1. Kyle might decide to go for it, and they might get it. So these guys, like you said, all stepping up with the pass deflections, and for so long, we didn't get any. Now they're coming in bunches, and I couldn't be more ecstatic for them. Metaphor. Double up. Thank you for doubling up, Metaphor. Greatly appreciate you. Metaphor writes, Pitt check, 49ers check, Seattle next for the 2 playoff KOs. Hey, man. I'm making a list, and I'm checking it twice. Gonna find out who's naughty or nice. I just want to check off San Francisco right here on the list because this one hurt them to make the postseason this year. They were on the list for the whole nasty sliding incident last year at home, 9-0. Kyle was talking shit about us. And I wasn't mad at Kyle for that because he was in his feelings about what happened to him and his dad, and he should have been mad. And I was actually happy for him. Get that out your system. Get that venom because we still family. Get that out your system. He did. Now, I can scratch them off the list. Revenge is a dish best served ice cold, and that win was cold-blooded. Especially when you don't score an offensive touchdown. We beat you with 2, not 1, but 2. Double up. 2 defensive touchdowns by 2 rookies. Stick that in your pipe and smoke it. Love it. Rob U, thank you for doubling up. Double up. Thank you for doubling up, Rob U. Greatly appreciate you, Rob U, who writes, looks like Jonathan Allen wants that extension. Yes. Yes, he does. He's been playing his ass off. And I'm telling you right now, Jonathan Allen he's getting pressure on the quarterback. All the stuff that we asked him to do, he's doing it. He's doing it. And now I really feel like the rest of the guys are stepping up to the level that we expected to see from them as first-round picks, and it all starts with Chase Young. It all starts with, to me, Chase Young and Montez Sweat. I think those two guys set the tone, and everybody else kind of follows. Like, don't leave Montez Sweat out, because he's been the most consistent defender we've had all season. And he's continuing to play his ass off. I love it. Got another super chat here from DCJ. Hold on a second. From DCJ, who writes, and I really appreciate you, DCJ. We might be here. We're going to go here. 4-5. DCJ writes, I think legit Washington football team can match up with all playoff teams. Can Haskins and Smith ball enough to the dance? Tired of excuses. Defense is balling. Let's make a run. To me, that's what it all boils down to, is this defense is good enough. They've proven that all year long, and I told you guys, even when you weren't believing, I said this defense is much better. I had people tell me, can you believe this? I had people saying, this defense is no different than the defense last year. Oh, really? Seriously, you really have watched? And I think that was like maybe 7 or 8 games into the season. I think it was a Detroit game. So we might have been, it was the Giants game or the Detroit Lions game. Because that's when we kind of hit that real low point. You know, the first real low point, like, I don't know, might have been the lowest point of the season, was the Rams game. But I still was on board. And my lowest point was the Giants game the second time around when we lost Kyle Allen. That was my low point. And people, I think it was after that game or the Lions game, because I thought the Lions game was our worst game defensively all season. And it was that this defense isn't any better than it was last year. And I was like, oh my gosh. There's no talking to people that make comments like that. If I have to explain to you why the defense is better, then you just don't get it. So that's the real question, is can Haskins and Alex Smith, we're hoping it's not Haskins and, we're just hoping it's just Alex Smith. We're just hoping it's Alex Smith. But if it's got to be Haskins too, we're hoping they can do enough. We're hoping that they can do enough, along with this defense, to get us where we want to go. Melqui Jimenez, thank you for the super chat. Melqui Jimenez, who writes, who else is contending with Chase for Defensive Rookie of the Year? There are quite a few people in that discussion. I can tell you right off the top of my head, the Colts have a defensive back, a safety out of Utah that's been playing his eyeballs out this year. So he's in there. Honestly, I think it's Chase Young's award to lose. But there are other people that have been playing some good ball. And Jeremy Chin in Carolina is playing some good football. He's got a touchdown this season, defensive touchdown. Chase does now too. Chase is going to win Defensive Rookie of the Year. I'm pretty confident. After today's performance, he added a sack. He added a fumble recovery. He added a touchdown. He added a batted ball, some more tackles for loss. He added a forced fumble as well. To me, he's going to win Defensive Rookie of the Year. Got another super chat here from GearCell1. Thank you for the super chat, GearCell1, who writes, as you stated earlier this year, Ron has this team playing so much better in December. Saw Kyle Shanahan wearing a white Miami Vice suit with Mr. T gold chains and Timberland boots. Tragic. Yikes. Are those 6-inchers or those field boots? I need answers. Ron, December record, among the best in this league. Ron does his best at season's end. He usually has his team playing really good ball as we head towards the finish line. And you're seeing it again. That's 2 for 2. 2 up, 2 down for the good guys in December. Ron Rivera continuing to play good football. We got a hell of a test coming up next week, but I want to savor this one. I want to enjoy this one. The defense deserves it. Got another super chat here from my man BD Barrett Downing. Thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Barrett writes, great to be playing meaningful football in what? December? I know, right? Wow. Usually I'm just checking for draft status by now. Respect, Lou. Look, none of us expected to be here. And you know what's crazy? It's not just the division now. Even though that's what it's about, win the division, right? But we're in the wild card too. You know? So this is awesome, man. We're right where we need to be. I'm not thinking about wild card. I'm thinking, for me, it's, division or bust at this point. So, and I'm with you, BD. At this point, we're usually checking for draft status and, what guys are going to, ride with us next year. We're not usually thinking about the playoffs at this point. King of the North, double up, thank you for doubling up, King of the North. Greatly appreciate you, King of the North. Writes, nothing more dangerous in the playoffs than a team on a hot streak, especially when that team is young, physical, 100% bought in, and playing great D. Truer words have never been spoken. These are the types of teams you want no parts of late in the season. None. Absolutely none. And, the thing that's so scary, and I'm not here to feed into those people that think we're going to the Super Bowl or anything crazy like that, because that is not what I think. But who in the NFC scares you? What NFC team do you look at? Like last year, I was like, there is no way we're beating the 49ers. None. Like, even if you dropped the 49ers from last year into this year, we wouldn't beat them. We wouldn't have beat them today. The defense from last year would have engulfed us, and they would have made our defense look suspect because they would have killed Alex Smith and Dwayne Haskins, and they would have scored a defensive touchdown or two of their own. But when I look at the NFC slate this year, and I look at this group of teams, I'm not afraid of Green Bay. I'm not afraid of New Orleans. I'm not afraid of Tampa Bay. I'm not afraid of anybody in this conference. Minnesota, Arizona, anybody that's looking to get in. I'm looking at everybody and I'm saying, all I need to do is beat you once. This is not a series. This is not the NBA. This is not MLB. I just need to beat you one time. And I'm looking at all them teams and feeling like, why we can't beat them once? But we got a lot of work to do before we can even get there and start talking crazy. And the team that we're playing next Sunday, that's the team that we could end up playing in the playoffs if we make it there. So this is a big game. Because if Seattle doesn't win the division and the Rams do, they'll be the 5 seed more likely than not. And the 5 seed plays the 4 seed. Guess who's going to be the 4 seed? If we win the division, we'll be the 4 seed. So this is a big game because we may see these dudes again. Possibly. But these are teams like this are teams you don't want to see. I'm with you. Trevor Patch, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Double up. Thank you for doubling up, Trevor Patch, who writes, if this comes down to us or Philly, then I fully expect some kind of collab with Lord Brunson and him wearing LTN gear until week 1 of next year. We'll see. We'll see what happens down the stretch. I'm looking to wrap this thing up before we even get to week 17. I think we're capable of doing it. And looking at the rest of this division and their schedules, like the Giants have the Browns on Sunday Night Football next week. I'm looking at the Eagles. I don't know who they have next. I don't have any of my devices next to me. It's not an easy game. I think it's Arizona, as a matter of fact, on the road at Arizona next week. I do not think that these teams are capable of getting hot. I think the Eagles defensively are good enough to create some problems for Kyler Murray and company. But again, I'm not worried about nobody else. I'm just worried about us. That's it. We'll see what happens. NM, thank you for tripling up. Greatly appreciate you. NM, who writes, I think it didn't feel right because of the injury. Maybe. It wasn't a massive injury, though. It wasn't, I remember when we beat the Bengals and Joe Burrow got hurt, for some people, it didn't feel right because Joe Burrow got hurt. I was like, hey, it sucks, but hey, I need to win. I'm sorry. Need to win. And when we lost Kyle Allen, the game, honestly, we almost came back and won that game, but I wasn't thinking about that game. I was like, man, we just lost any chance of doing anything this year. Kyle Allen got hurt. All of my hopes went out the window with Kyle Allen. And so I couldn't have been more wrong about the team at that point of the season because I didn't think Alex would come in and play the kind of ball that he did. But as you can see, this is why I was so disappointed that day, because if Alex wasn't doing what he's doing now, we had to turn to Dwayne, look at what we would be. See. Got another super chat. This one is from DCJ. Thank you for, I think we here with it. We either here or here. So we're going to do the windshield wiper effect. Really appreciate you, DCJ, who writes, all I care about is winning. I don't care who is the quarterback. Playoffs is mandatory. Washington football team is a legit sleeper contender. Can't flex. I packed it in after the Baltimore game. It's all good, bro. And I told you, I will be here waiting with open arms when you decide to come back. I'll be right here waiting on you. So it's all good. I hope we get in. Like you said, it's about winning. I don't care who. I don't really give a damn if it's Dwayne or not. I care less who it is. I just want to win. I just don't think Dwayne gives us a great shot to win. That's the problem. Man, I hope Alex is okay. Man, I hope he's all right. Because it could get ugly quick. Rob, thank you for the super chat and tripling up. I greatly appreciate you, Rob, who writes, Lou, has Alex played well enough this year to be the bridge quarterback for that guy we draft in the first or second round? That's not quite ready to go yet. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And even if he's not, you can bring back Kyle Allen, and he can be the bridge. The thing is, the thought process is, whomever you draft, because I'm assuming they're going to draft somebody. Whomever you draft, you need that guy to come in here and just be a sponge. You don't need that guy to be ready to play. We got two veterans, if you bring back Kyle Allen, that know this offense and have shown they're capable of running this offense and having it function at a high enough level with this defense that we have to win ball games. They've proven that. Kyle Allen has proven that this year. Alex Smith has proven that this year. We know that if you bring Kyle Allen back and Alex Smith, if he's healthy, and that's a big if, we do not know his status moving forward. But if Alex Smith is healthy, Kyle Allen is healthy, you've got two guys that'll be the perfect bridge for a young quarterback. So, without a doubt, I think that's an easy answer. Yes, I think we do have the guys that are capable of doing that if they're healthy. HTTR Moko Land. Thank you for the super chat. HTTR Moko Land, who writes, I had this game circled this season. That sliding and trash talking is still fresh. Good revenge game. Defense won this game. Offense needs a weapon or two. I told you they were on the list because of last year's nonsense and chicanery that went on in the rain at FedEx. So they were on the list. And I can scratch them off now. Because not only did we win the game, but in the fashion that we won it, and we told San Francisco, see y'all next year, man. Adios. So, yeah, I can scratch them off the list now. Leno Ryan Benavite, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you, Leno Ryan. Got another super chat here from Leno Ryan Benavite. Thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Leno Ryan writes, hail on, Lou. Keep up the great work, homie. 35-year fan loving this December football this year. Hashtag 808 Skins fan for life. Hashtag HTTR. Really appreciate you. This has been a tremendous year. The ups, the downs, the highs, the lows. You know, from beating Philly in week 1 to sweeping Dallas and getting that momentous win on Thanksgiving to cap that off, to beating the only undefeated remaining team in the league in Pittsburgh, to now 4 straight wins, getting within a game of 500. Who would have thought when we sat there at 2-7 that we'd be sitting here a month later at 6-7 with a chance to get back to 500 on the season? Who would have thought? Not many of you. But that's nor here nor there. All right. We've put ourselves in a position now to where this division doesn't have to have a 10 double-digit win loser win the division. We've put ourselves in a position that the team that wins this division gets to do it with pride. The NFC East has never had, and I took pride in this last year. Down the stretch, I said, Philly, you got to do it. You got to carry the torch. This division has never had a team win it with less than a winning record. Never had a 7-9 or 7-8-1. Never had any of that. We still have a shot to carry that torch and have this division say, ain't never had anybody win it with less than a winning record. We got an outside shot at making it happen. And nobody, and I mean nobody, was giving us a chance to do that at 2-7. But here we are. Few quarterback changes later. Here we are. Appreciate it, Lynn O'Ryan. Greatly appreciate you. And hopefully we can get it done, man. We've been waiting a long time for this. A long time. Got another super chat. This one is from DCJ. Right here with you. Really appreciate you, DCJ. DCJ writes, Saints are true only legit threat to the NFC. And obviously KFC and the AFC, my only main concern, or can Washington football team score enough to keep hold? I don't. Defensively, you feel good. I don't want any parts of Kansas City until we get there. Obviously, that's a Super Bowl matchup if we were to get there, but that's not happening this year. I'm just focused on getting to the playoffs first, and then whoever we play, we'll talk about that when we get there. I don't want to look too far ahead of but I'm just telling you, nobody in the NFC, that includes New Orleans, nobody scares me. New Orleans, with or without Drew Brees, I'm not afraid. If the defense plays the way they played today, we can beat anybody in the NFC. Anybody. Got another one here from Ishmael Benitez. Thank you for the super chat, Ishmael Benitez. Greatly appreciate you, my man. Ishmael writes, Hey, Lou, appreciate the work you put into the channel. Do you think we can still win the division with 7 wins? Absolutely, we can. Now, you're going to need help. I don't really want to rely on anybody else to do our dirty work for us. But let's just, for shits and giggles, let's just say we lose the next 2 games. All right? And that puts us in a situation where we are now 6-9 going into week 17 against the Eagles. And let's say the Giants lose next week against the Browns. And then the Giants, let's see. I forgot who the Giants have after the Browns. The Ravens. They got the Ravens after that. So let's say that they lose to the Browns and the Ravens. And let's say week 17 they beat Dallas. They got 6-9. 6-10, excuse me. If we beat Philadelphia in week 17, we win the division at 7-9. Simple as that. Obviously, I'm discounting Philadelphia, but with 3 games left, they can only get to 7 if they win out. And that winning out would include a win in week 17 versus us. So again, they're going to need to get on their horse, and they're going to have to win out, and they're going to have to beat us to do that. And if we allow them to beat us, then we deserve to lose the division. So we can win this division at 7-9, but not if Philadelphia gets to 7. That's the only team that can. If the Giants get to 7-9 and we get to 7-9, then we don't win the division because obviously they own the tiebreaker. If the Eagles get to 7-8-1 and we get to 7-9, the Eagles win the division because of that tie. But if we get to 7-9 by ourselves, yeah, obviously we can win the division at 7. So there's a way we can win the division with 7 wins. But let's not put ourselves in that position. Let's go. I'm chasing 8-8 now. I'm chasing 9-7, and I said this last week. Why we just can't win out? Why we got to be 7-9? Why we got to be 8-8? Why can't we be 9-7? Now, Alex complicates things. He complicates things. But if he's fine for next week, why we can't go 9-7? Thank you for the super chat, Israel Benitez. Metaphor, thank you for the super chat. Double up. Thank you for doubling up, Metaphor. Greatly appreciate you. Metaphor writes, iTunes playlist on repeat. We are young. Don't sweat the technique. Mr. Boombastic. Hip hop anthem and the Smiths. T-Pain. So, lot on that. It's a wide array there. We all over in genres. We hitting all over the place. But you encompassing the roster, though. I love it. Thank you for that super chat metaphor. DCJ, really appreciate you. We here with it. Windshield wiper status. Thank you for your 8th super chat. DCJ writes, man, I hope Alex is okay. And Haskins shaking my head. We trust. Look, I couldn't have said it better myself. Man, I hope Alex is okay. Because if he's not, we're in trouble. Plain and simple. Got another one here from DCJ. Greatly appreciate you. DCJ writes, Trent Williams, who? Go home, boss. No playoffs. I told you I ain't got no ill will towards Trent, but I damn sure wanted to beat him. Damn sure wanted to beat him. Got another super chat here from Santiago Tradell. Thank you for the super chat. Santiago Tradell, greatly appreciate you, who writes, you skipped my super chat, Lou. I didn't see it, bruh. It might have happened with all these comments up here. Sometimes when you get this many people in the comment section and the comments are flooding in, they come so quickly. So I apologize for that. If you did super chat and I didn't get to yours. Sometimes I don't know why YouTube does that. They you know, with all the chats that come in, why I can't just I'm gonna pop this chat out and see if it changes anything. I don't know why I can't get all the chats. It won't let me get all of them. They knock some of them away. So I don't know. I don't know why that happens. Anyway, I apologize for that. I'm gonna drop this chat back in here. And I'm gonna get to. Why didn't you just tell me what you said? I'm sorry that I skipped it, but don't tell me that I skipped it, and then don't tell me what you said. Why you didn't just type it in there so I could read it, so I can know what you said? Like, tell me what you said so I can read it, so we can talk about it, so we can discuss it. Obviously, I didn't mean to skip your super chat. You know, it happens that way sometimes when all these comments are in here. But why didn't you just tell me what you said so I could read it now? You know, don't super chat me to tell me I missed your super chat and then still don't tell me what was said, because I want to read. I obviously want to read your super chat. I want to know what it is that you had to say. So if you are out there, Santiago Chadell, write another comment. You don't have to super chat me this time if you don't want to, but write a comment and use the hashtag LouieTLive. And if I see it, I can read it and I'll read it. So I can replace that super chat that you had that didn't get read. I apologize for that. Rob U, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you, Rob U. My man Rob U writes, is Darby a major upgrade over Dunbar? I wouldn't say a major upgrade, no. He's been healthier than Dunbar this year, and if you've been keeping up with Dunbar in Seattle, he's been banged up for most of the year, not to mention that stupid shit he did in the offseason. But as far as the play on the field, when Dunbar is healthy, I take Dunny all day long, all day strong. First of all, Dunny was homegrown product, and I love the development there. But Darby's been a good replacement. He's been a really solid. I got more than I bargained for there. You know, I think we all have gotten more than we bargained for with Darby when we got him out of the clearance bin. You know, we went clearance shopping in the offseason. Excuse me. And normally when we go into the clearance bin with Bruce Allen, we usually come out with items that the thread is coming off, and if you pull it, now you got a hole in your shirt. You know, it's a little faded. It's a bleach stain on it. There's a reason it's in this clearance bin. You know, but this year we actually got some quality items. Like, they were overstocked. The season's about to change, and they need to get rid of this because they got more inventory coming in for the upcoming season. Like, hey, all this winter gear we got left, spring's about to be here. We got all this spring stuff that we need to put out on the floor. We got to get rid of this winter stuff. Hey, mark it down and get it out of here. We're actually getting some quality stuff. Won't be able to wear it until next winter, but we got some quality items here. And that's how I feel about us shopping last year in free agency. We got some really good stuff. We got some good deals, man. And Darby, definitely one of them. I wouldn't say he was a major upgrade, though. I wouldn't go that far. Santiago Tradell says, my super chat said, I do not feel Alex Smith is the answer either. I don't think he's the answer. I never said he was the answer. I think he's the answer to bridge to the rookie. All right, that's what I think. I don't think Alex Smith, he's 38. He'll be 38 years old next year. He's no long-term answer for anybody by any stretch of the imagination. But I do think they view him like the assumption going into the season was we're gonna release Alex and save $14 million on the cap next year. After this season is over, we're going to release Alex. Get this money back. That's no longer the case. If we make the playoffs, if we win the division, if Alex continues to play solid football, he's coming back next year. Whatever his cap number is, you'll eat that. Gladly. Bring back Kyle Allen, and it shouldn't cost you that much money to bring him back. And then you draft a rookie, first, second round, wherever, and you let that guy sit, you let him learn, and then when you think that guy is ready, you bring him in. And I think that's what you do. Super chat here from DCJ. 10-piece. From my man DCJ. 10-piece. Who writes, let's mother effing go. Playoffs are within reach. Yes. Yes, it is. And I couldn't be more excited about it. And it's funny because in past years, we would have lost this game. You get a big win, a momentous win, you change the narrative. And I told you last week's win was a change the narrative win. People no longer look at Washington like, oh, okay, that's an easy dub. We were coming on, but they still were like, oh, yeah, that's cute. The easy cop-out for us was, man, what a job Ron Rivera and Alex Smith are doing. And then brush us aside. We don't have to talk anymore about you. All right, we gave you your little 2 seconds. Alex Smith, Ron Rivera, yeah, Rivera was fighting cancer. Alex Smith, crucial injury. Never thought he would play again. Nice story. All right, get him out of here. Now with the win last week, respect us. No. Respect us. And this week, if you watched, we didn't get anything from the offense. Respect this defense. Respect it. But I told you, respect is not given, it is earned. And sometimes you can't even earn it. You got to take it. So guess what? I'm here for all of the taking of the respect. You don't want to give me what we supposed to have? Well, we going to take it then. Got a super chat here from Trevor Patch. And again, I appreciate you working with me there, Santiago Tradell. Sorry again that I didn't get your super chat. Trevor Patch, my man Trevor, tripling up. I really appreciate you, Trevor Patch, who writes, missing Claypool making a fool of Josh Norman. I'm going to see it. Trust me. I'm going to watch. I got it on record right now on the DVR. I'll catch up. I'll watch the game. And I will be able to talk about it when the game is over. But that's going to do it for me. Your man, Louie T. Got no more super chats. So I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. We will talk about this game ad nauseum tomorrow. So much to take from this game. Most importantly, we got the dub. And the Giants did not. So we, the Washington football team, are in first place all by our lonesome. So, that's a hell of a Sunday if you ask me. Hell of a Sunday. Couldn't have gone any better. Obviously, the Saints could have took care of the Eagles. The Bengals could have beaten the Cowboys. I don't care. I don't care. We take care of us, and we are Gucci. Trust me. Got another one here from Jordan Like the GOAT. Do you think Alex will want to come back? I don't think we should force a draft pick on quarterback. No, Alex wants to come back. He wants to play. At least I think. I can't say that for certain. He might have wanted to just prove that he could come back this year and might say, all right, I'm done. Well, we'll see. DCJ, we here. +1. We here. +1. We here. +1. Who writes, Might have had my years wrong, but this reminds me of the playoff year with Sean. 2005 is that year you're referring to. This kind of feels like that. That was the second year of Joe Gibbs 2.0, but it was that first year that we made it with him. We made it 2 times with Joe, 05 and 07, and so this does kind of feel like that. You know, the only difference, this feels more like the 07 run from a quarterback standpoint. Remember, we had some injuries and we had to do that thing with Todd Collins at quarterback, you know. But this feels like the 05 defense, though. That defense in 05 was legit. You know, that was the LeVar Arrington, Sean Taylor, Marcus Washington, all them dudes. You know, Lamar Marshall. Yeah, it was that group. Fred Smoot company. Yeah, that was that defense. So this kind of feels like that. Got another super chat here from Santiago Tradell. Thank you for the super chat. And once again, I apologize for that, Santiago. Greatly appreciate you. Double up. Santiago Tradell writes, appreciate you, Lou. I feel Steven Sims is taking reps from Cam Sims. Well, they don't play the same position. You know, Steven Sims is more of a slot guy. It's when you start talking about taking reps from one another, it's Isaiah Wright and Cam Sims, or Steven Sims, excuse me. They're your 2 slot receivers for the most part. So in this offense, if you're talking about who would be taking reps from who, it'd be Steven Sims. Now, Dontrell Inman would have been the guy that was taking reps from Cam Sims. Well, that's why he was inactive. He was healthy today. He's just a healthy scratch because they want to go with the young guys and give them an opportunity, like Robert Foster. They wanted to give him a chance, and they gave him some chances in this game. He might have blew it today. We'll see. It wouldn't shock me if Dontrell Inman was active next week and Robert Foster was not, because he blew it. He got a deep ball that he stopped running on twice. He had a drop in the red zone. It wasn't a great ball by Alex. Catch the damn ball, though. Catch the ball. Anyway, thank you guys for the support and chopping it up with me on Washington football overtime. That's 4 in a row for the good guys now, 6-7 on the season as they get the 23-15 victory over the 49ers. 2 defensive touchdowns scored in the game by Washington, 3 Dustin Hopkins field goals to tack on to make this a 23-15 win as Washington climbs within a game of 500 on the season, and more importantly, takes sole possession of first place as the Philadelphia Eagles, or excuse me, the New York Giants fall to the Arizona Cardinals to drop them to 5-8 on the season. That's going to do it for me, your man Louie T. I thank you guys for joining me. Remember, if you haven't already done so, hit that subscribe button, okay? Sub up. Turn on that notification bell so you don't miss a thing. And also hit that like button if you haven't already done it. I truly appreciate you guys. Until next time, I'm your man Louie T. This has been Washington Football Overtime. 4 in a row for the good guys. On to Seattle, looking to make it 5. We'll break this game down ad nauseum tomorrow on Washington Football Nightly. Hopefully, I'll see some of you for the overtime series after Sunday Night Football, Steelers and Bills. You guys, take care.
LouieTeeNetwork.